excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to just another horror podcast.
I'm Ben, following every Russian epic coming.
I'm John. I worked at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra.
It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
Tell him.
Reese's, you should sponsor our show.
Yeah,
Ben's egg
this
is
is
fucked
bullshit. I was expecting 2 eggs in this package, and this thing is... Would you eat that?
I would, but that's just me.
You would?
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yeah, just leave it.
You're gonna eat that.
Would you not eat
Let me
that?
see it. How bad is it?
What are you
Just
talking
exploded
about? How
out the
bad
front.
is
Holy
it?
shit.
What happened?
It
Oh wait, it looks
pushed
like
it backwards.
It looked like it inverted.
Yeah, when it was supposed to come together
Yeah, the machine didn't
and
stop
seal the
pushing it in,
machine,
yeah.
it was like someone put it upside
If you
down.
want it, you can eat it.
I think I'm scared of the little...
I think you are. Oh my god, you could die!
And that is it. We never saw Cobra again in the end.
I'm not walking around with a fucking moose head.
I'm not walking around with your death on my hands. I just want you to know that. You did that on your own free will.
Yeah, we have audio evidence of that.
You didn't sign anything, though.
That's true. He's
When I was a
gotta say it.
kid, I bought a Fifth Avenue candy bar, and there was a string right down through the middle of it. It was a white string, like kite string. It was like real thin
You know,
string.
it's dental floss, so you can clean your teeth while you're eating.
I was just like, what the hell is this? But,
I never liked Fifth Avenue.
well, I'm going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to send it to Reese's and try and get a free case of
What do
Reese's
you think
peanut
of
butter
100,
cups.
or what is it, 1,000 grams?
Well, if I
100
died,
grams?
too, you had a real good case.
That's true.
This
It's
is
all
true.
recorded.
This is true.
I can't wait to hear this
I will,
on fucking
I'll split it 50
ID in 10 years.
I'll split it 50-50.
You ate a Reese's and died. You sued him for everything. What was in that? No one knows. Probably like antifreeze or something.
Was it sweet?
No.
No. Well, that's a little suspicious that your Reese's cup wasn't sweet.
Tastes kind of peanut buttery.
So, Krampus.
Wait, you didn't intro us.
Oh, yeah.
Hello!
Go ahead.
In case I never come back and I die from this Reese's, welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. I'm Cobra.
I'm John.
I'm Ben. And Cobra, if you go out on this, is this the movie you want to go out on?
Absolutely not. This is the second watch for me.
I'll change the order of release for you.
That's
There
the
you
first
go.
watch for me.
Yeah, same. First watch. This was my Christmas pick that we didn't get to in time. I feel stupid for picking this. But we're running out of fucking Christmas horror
movies.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
Not my most proud.
it
moment
was
of this movie.
directed by the guy who did Trick or Treat,
So you
which
should
was
have a handle on
fantastic.
Yeah.
I told you this is a major studio, and you have too many hands in the cookie jar. And
Oh, absolutely.
This is a whole Gremlins
It is Gremlins.
where it's like the director probably had a much darker look at this, and the studio was just like, "Nah, we need to make it PG-13."
We need to
Although
make
you look
sounds
at fucking
like-
Darkness
we need
Falls
to
is
make
PG-13.
Cartoon
Bullshit.
sounds when people hit walls and stuff.
And what did Darkness Falls give us? Over 10 deaths.
I'd rather watch this than Darkness Falls.
No way is this
I-
better than Darkness Falls.
Oh.
Not in a horror aspect.
Maybe not in a horror aspect, but it's
a better
more entertaining.
movie. Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Jesus.
This movie's not better. This movie looks fake.
Is your
This movie looks
baseline Darkness
fake
Falls? Because that's something
everywhere.
Right there.
Think about who he supports. He's never going to say he was ever wrong about anything.
That's true.
Darkness Falls.
I remember your girlfriend specifically told you maybe you shouldn't be so like adamant about this movie.
Yeah, hit the brakes on your...
There's nothing wrong with Darkness Falls.
What'd you give it? 8 out of 10?
5. It's a. Just
Oh, that's right. We
it's
both gave it 4s, and he was like, "What the
Oh,
fuck?"
yeah,
he
was flipping
You
it.
gave it like a 2, and you gave it like a 1.
No, I think I gave it a 3 or a 4, but I thought
you are right. I gave it a 1.
the way you were defending it, I thought it was like a 10 out of 10 for you.
No, that's because you guys were like, "This is like the worst movie ever." It's not the worst. It's not
we
even
were so
close
young,
to
so
the worst.
naive.
Yeah.
Not even close to the worst. This is way better. Like, it did things. It didn't use CG at all. Everything. Her
It were
porcelain
natural
mask.
effects, yeah.
Although we did read that thing with her bone mask, that would have been way cooler.
so many ideas for this movie would have been cooler than what they came out with.
Are we talking Krampus or
Nope.
are we talking...
No.
The other one.
Krampus had no ideas
How
that
many
were good.
Krampus movies came out at this time?
I actually started watching one because I thought it was this one, and I was like, wait a minute, Keckner's not in this movie, and
I downloaded 3 different ones,
thinking it was this one.
thinking it
Yeah.
was this one. Yeah.
This was like the floodgates opening, this one, and they're still coming out.
Yeah.
Krampus movies. And I gotta say, I'm a little over Krampus.
What?
I'm a little over Krampus.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody brings up freaking Krampus now at
I call him
Christmas.
Krampus.
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 I've seen a ton of articles saying that this is a fantastic holiday movie that is a must-watch.
All right.
What is going on?
I'll try to figure this out in my review of what I think about this movie, because I think it's a very, if you like Gremlins, it's a kid-friendly. The ending is bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
But
Says the
also,
guy who loves Cemetery Man.
yeah, Cobra and I, we expected you to give us a 10 out of 10,
Oh,
John.
yeah. I wasn't on board until they ended up in a snow globe. And
Yes,
then...
because...
Sold!
So, but, I do want that Christmas bell on my tree, though, that
That
Krampus,
is
that
pretty
metal
fucking cool.
Christmas ball. But,
Yeah.
What do you call him?
What do you mean?
This evil demon
well,
seems
it's Krampus.
I just call him
Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus. I call him
Krampus.
Krampus. What do you call him? Krampus.
Krampus.
He's got different names.
So the mom from Hereditary is in this. So
The mom from The Sixth Sense.
Oh,
She was
yep.
the mom in The Sixth Sense. She's a fantastic actress. This is an extremely well acted movie. There's money behind it.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it well acted?
I think it is.
Yeah, it's really well acted.
Yep.
I like the banter back and forth. I would have liked this better if it was just a
You like the
dysfunctional
banter
family
back
getting
and
together
forth.
for Christmas movie.
It's all like fart jokes.
I would have. Do you like Christmas Vacation? That's pretty much what they were going for with this, except throwing a little bit of horror in
I
there.
like Christmas Vacation better.
Well, that's
Way-
fine.
Way
It's-
more.
I'm saying the first 20 minutes of this movie is very much like a dysfunctional
But it's
family.
it's a movie that should have happened in the 90s. They're portraying like this redneck family that should have
Kind
been
of.
portrayed in
Are
the
you
90s, not like
insane?
But they
the
had
time period you live in,
it's
this
not as bad as
political-
it once was.
this political banter back and forth between them, I think it's kind of funny. And they don't overdo it. It's only like a couple lines.
I
here
think
or
this
there.
is perfect for the time period it's made
Yeah.
in, because some of the points that they're trying to make, it's like instead of paying attention to Christmas, everybody's on their fucking phones and shit, and their iPads and technology and all this shit.
I just
I don't
like
think they were
paying
going for
attention.
that at all.
They did at the beginning because, like, when they're showing the grandma's getting ready for Christmas in like
Yeah.
a traditional kind of way, and everyone who comes into the house is arguing. They're on their phones. They're running back and forth, like not paying attention to each other. They're calling each other on the phone.
And that's where it stops.
Well, that's the setup of the movie. Everything that happens is because they act like this around Christmas.
And also, you have,
It's a terrible horror movie.
and they bring in the political, like one family probably like, oh, you're making creme brulee. What the fuck is that shit? I ain't eating that because it's not. I don't know, just an ice cream.
Yeah, they're
scoop.
obviously on
Like,
different sides of the
Yeah,
spectrum
it's
here.
and come on, you had
They
to.
get all this free shit. They're probably Democrats.
No, it's those lines. I love
it's
it.
in the movie.
That
So
did
much-
make me have a little smile.
It's funny.
It's not funny though.
I love
It's
when
not. It's over the top with the dad that wants his daughters to be boys, and
That's funny. I like
Is
the
it?
line where like they're grumpy. The Steelers lost.
Yep. That would be exactly how people act.
I agree.
Fucking assholes.
This movie isn't. If you're a horror traditionalist or like a hardcore horror fan,
No, it's
you're not gonna
fair.
like this movie.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of movie. It's not supposed to be that
It's
kind
more
of
like
movie.
a
I don't think.
fantasy movie, I
Yeah.
think.
on a set, which really upsets me.
Yeah, you can tell it's on a set.
Oh, yeah,
Everything's
it was,
a set. It all looks fake.
Yeah.
I think it said like 90% of the movie was filmed on a soundstage.
Yeah.
But I also got vibes from plenty of different horror films in this. Like that soundstage and that snow just reminded me of The Shining.
But
I
The
got, like-
Shining looked real because it was filmed in a place with snow.
I can't
This-
say that like the blizzard scenes didn't look kind of convincing. A little
Because
bit.
the CG...
No,
I
it
thought
didn't.
Really?
It doesn't look like anything that. We come from an area with snow
not
look-
not like that.
We haven't seen a blizzard like that. though,
Yeah.
in a long
since
time.
'93, probably. But
94 was bigger.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was.
No.
No one remembers the blizzard in 94, but we had one. 2
Was
feet of
it-
snow in 24 hours.
Was it the blizzard of 93 overlapping into the new year of 04?
No, it was spring of 94.
Spring of
Well, it was like
94.
February, March. Or
That's not spring.
Late winter.
April
start.
starts spring.
I remember
Come
it
on.
snowing in the spring when I was real little, probably like 9 years old or 10 years old, so maybe it was around that
Yeah.
time.
No, we had another one.
Snow doesn't look like what it does in this movie.
No, but they're going for, I don't know, just
Maybe
cinematic.
it's
Like
Maybe it's
apocalyptic level snow.
A snow globe field the whole
where
way
the
through the
sun
movie.
is completely like blocked out by the clouds.
So the
and the clouds were fake. Everything was fake.
I thought some of the CGI worked. The gingerbread guys didn't work
No.
very well.
They didn't look like they belonged there at all.
But the Jack in the Box that was eating people,
That was creepy.
that's kind of creepy. That was probably the creepiest looking thing in this movie. They didn't show Krampus enough.
No.
They didn't show him
That's
until the
because
end.
it was like a mask face that
Yeah, it was
didn't
basically
move.
just this.
They just changed the color
That
of
could
his
be a
eyes.
case of they looked at it and they're like, "This looks bad.
Yeah,
Don't show it."
it was like a hunchback with horns.
You think you could get something a little better than that? A face that moves.
So you say there's tons of CGI in this. How much CGI? I haven't done research, so I don't know. How many creatures were CGI besides the gingerbread man?
The bear, the doll, right?
The doll might have been animatronics.
Could have been.
I
It
think
might- the bear
the
was
Jack in the
definitely.
Box was
The bear looked like
animatronics.
it wasn't.
Yeah, the Jack in
the
the
bear
Box
was
okay.
CGI.
It looked like it
But
wasn't even in
the
scene.
snow, all like the house scenes when they're looking for the daughter,
Looked like
all
matte
of that
paintings.
looks like matte paintings or like
Yeah.
a set. And
I don't mind
when
if
they
it's
go in
matte
the house.
paintings, but if it's CGI, like
when the storm came and they're when the camera's up above the town, you can tell it's fake.
So I have
Yeah.
a question. Does this movie, without the sets and stuff aside, does the movie hold your attention enough and is well enough put together that if the sets had looked more realistic,
Would
you
you
would have
like-
liked the
If
movie
they had
better?
filmed it somewhere where it was like cold, I think I would have liked it more.
I thought
I
there-
agree.
More if it was more outdoor, like
maybe it's.
I felt
I
like it
don't
was
know.
looked realistic.
I thought it looked realistic cold, and maybe it was because of the the pinkness of the cheeks.
that's just that one scene when they come back.
Adam
and
Scott
I have
had
such a
problems
problem
with
with
They
that.
looked wet, like
Yeah.
If it's
snow had been
minus
hitting
20
them.
degrees,
No, yeah, there is that line where he's like,
we were only out there for a minute.
yeah, Dave Koechner says
You were
something
out there
about
longer than that.
basically he had frostbite on his hands, but then they go back out, and they're out in the cold for a lot longer than the first
again.
scene.
We're a little bit. You want to? Go
We're just
back
all
here
over
a
the
little
place,
bit?
yeah.
Yeah, but I like discussing, just going right into it.
So,
We were
The
talking
family's dysfunctional a
earlier.
little bit.
Sorry, let's
Good.
before we get back on track. Have you ever like been to a holiday where it's this bad?
No, this is Hollywood. This is what Hollywood's version of
they don't
what
know anything
chaos.
about fucking Christmas. I swear.
Yeah, but I would. A lot of this stress that these people feel of like, just get fucking through Christmas and they'll go away, like family. Like, I feel like a lot of families think like
yeah,
that.
but these ones, like the kids, hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's,
hates
it's, that's a bit
stand.
over the top. It's the whole fighting and like the two girls steal the other boy's
The note.
Santa letter and like they're reading it at the table, just making fun of him, while the parents are just looking like,
What's going?
yeah, wouldn't
like,
you stop this? Put a stop to this beforehand.
If I was that kid, I would have gone up way before
Yeah.
that and tried to punch
things
them.
like that, yeah, like it's that would have been stopped earlier.
If you look at like, because I know you guys don't watch these and I don't either.
Then how you know about them?
Because you see the previews for them around the holiday season. You see movies where families are going on vacation to their in-laws, and there's food flying everywhere, and people are like getting electrocuted and shit.
What?
And you're like, this isn't what any holiday
not
is
real.
like. This isn't even close.
No,
And they're
but
like, you can relate, right? No, nobody can.
I stress out around like.
You
It's-
stress out.
It's a little stressful, but you're
But
used
it's
to
not.
it at
Yeah,
some point.
it's not like everyone's like on edge and they hate each other. Everyone's just in each other's way because you've
Yeah.
got a house with 50 people in
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so the fat family comes over.
The fat
Yeah,
family.
the fat family. And the part that really stuck out to me was they bring all this shit in. They're talking to people.
And they leave the baby in
Yeah,
their
oh
car.
yeah, there's a baby.
Yeah, it's. Is this not Christmas Vacation? Like, this is Cousin Eddie coming to visit,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's just the redneck, white trashy family
But they have a Hummer.
who have
Lucinda.
but that's another thing. You have this poorer family, but they have this vehicle that costs
$50,000.
because it's a tank.
And they call it a name, isn't it? Like Lucinda or something?
Yeah, but you live in a town, John, where this guy I know because I used to drive past his house when I was coming through town. Like, he had this shittiest trailer, but he had a Hummer right outside, and it was like, your car's worth more than your house, buddy. Like, but it's like, well, Carl got a Hummer.
Some people are like
Get
that.
8 miles to the gallon. Like,
We don't judge people. But
no, but I'm just saying, like, that
I
happens.
judge people.
So
we know you do,
Speaking
Red
of
Rob.
judging people, this woman just yells out because they don't have ham, "Are you a Jew?"
Yeah, that's Aunt.
Everyone
Hey, that's
there is
Berta
like,
from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, we
everyone
can plug
there is
that.
like, "What the
Berta.
fuck?" Like, nobody's laughing at all.
There's some really good one-liners in this. The one kid, the little boy says, "Why do we have to put up with their crap?" Or the father, Adam Scott's character, says, "Why do we have to put up with their crap? Because we share DNA." And I was like, "It's perfect."
That's it.
Do you know where Adam Scott first surfaced?
I get him and the guy from American Beauty mixed
Hellraiser
up.
4. Is that him?
He's in one of the Hellraisers, but I was thinking a TV show.
Parks and Rec. He was in Parks and Rec, but I don't
That's
know
not
him.
first.
Boy Meets World.
Oh, was he?
He was
Oh.
Griff. He took over for Harvey. After Harvey
That's
left.
right. The
Griff
bully.
came. Yep.
Yeah.
And then all the lackeys went to Griff.
No idea.
Yeah, guys, he was in Hellraiser 4. This isn't the first time we've had Adam Marcus on the show.
Who? Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. And who the fuck is Adam Marcus? The director of...
Adam
oh my God,
Arkin?
Too much horror.
Adam Arkin is the,
Adam Marcus is the director
Marcus.
of Jason 9. Friday the 13th 9.
Is that
Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell? Please call it that. Never Friday the
Jason
13th Part
Yeah,
9.
Have you seen Friday the 13th Part 10?
Alright.
Max hates everybody.
Well, basically, Krampus comes because this family has no Christmas spirit.
He rips up a letter and he throws
It's
it
a rose
out
out
the
the
So-
window, and it's
And
CGI and
signals
takes
him.
off into the CGI
Yeah.
sky.
When Krampus comes, are they already in the snow globe? Krampus has
I don't think.
like
Because they
basically
can still go out into town.
he's just going after this family though. No other neighbors are being affected by any of this.
All the other neighbors' houses are completely snowed over and they're gone.
Yeah, but they're just gone for the holidays.
Some of them.
Well,
but,
they mentioned that he throws out 2, and I thought
but
such a
Derek's
Home Alone
house,
line.
Derek's gone. And we never hear from Derek again the whole movie.
So I'm just wondering what the neighbors though.
I
Surely all the
I don't
neighbors
think
aren't
that they're in
gone.
a snow globe yet. I think they become in snow globed whenever
At the
little
end.
douchey kid says he gets thrown in there. Because I was trying to discuss this with him. Omi was who the Krampus first went and saw.
Yeah, that was back
And
in.
since she's still
I
around,
pictured
I don't
19
think her family got put in a snow globe.
I pictured 1945 Germany is where she came from. And first of all, shouldn't this be great grandma? Adam Scott keeps calling her mom, and I'm like, dude.
That's what I said. There's no way that that's his mom, right? She's like 85,
She's
and
85?
he's like 35.
Yeah,
It's got to be his grandma.
That's
and
what I'm thinking.
That would explain why he can't understand everything that she's saying. Because there's no way he could have grown up not knowing what his mom was saying.
the back and
Calls her
forth.
mom.
I know.
The back and forth with the little boy, he speaks English to her, she throws German back, and they understand each other. And then at one point in front of the fireplace, she starts speaking English, and then goes right back to German. I was like,
Why?
what's happening
Yes. Why is she German, then English, then German? Stop doing that.
Okay, so the girl's boyfriend isn't calling the next day. There's a huge blizzard. There's a snowman out front.
Who put
And-
that snowman there? At least Max is observant. He's
Yeah.
like,
I like that
who
snowman.
put that
Those
snowman
snowmen
there?
are kind of creepy. It's a very Tim Burton feel.
Who made those? The elves that were kind of lurking
think,
out?
like,
I guess.
Yeah,
In the-
just I thought they could have done a better job with the elves.
They were, yeah.
They were like midgets with masks on. Like,
They could have been like the trolls from Troll 2.
yeah,
We're,
but
So she's going to see her boyfriend. And,
they tell her be back in an hour.
would you let her go out in that?
I don't know.
It looks like a fucking
don't have any
apocalypse
kids.
It looks like yeah, but
You
it just
can't let. It's your 16 or 17-year-old daughter.
Yeah, but and
She-
those blizzards that we had
You're
when we
letting
were
her
kids.
walk
But
out.
let's
She was
not
going
forget-
2 blocks or something.
Let's not forget this family is fucking dysfunctional. They left a baby outside in a car. They just-
That's
as a
the
group-
other side of the family,
But
though.
it's both sides because
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
her
sisters are sisters, right?
all of them are just fucking
But
dysfunctional.
even when she gets there, what do you think's gonna happen? They're probably gonna bang it out.
Jesus. Who cares? You can't. You were never allowed to go on a date when you were 17,
16, 17-year-olds.
I was, but I wasn't walking to girls' houses in blizzards looking to bang it out.
When is Raina allowed to date?
Never.
Exactly, okay.
That's why I'm glad I don't have a daughter.
Yeah, I know, because it's like, I was a young
I'll
man
just be
once.
like, listen, Garrett, women are not nice people.
They're evil.
And then you can play that little soundbite from Rounders, where Worm is like, women in life, they're the fucking rake.
Alright, so she's walking and she finds the delivery guy frozen to death in his van. Plus, there's a monster chasing her down the street. Must
Is
be
that
Krampus, I think.
Krampus. He's
Yeah.
jumping from house to house.
And that looks like shit.
I like that it
I don't
got,
like that at
it
all.
got right to the point, though.
Yeah, this didn't take long. She got
She's
abducted
dead,
immediately.
right, quick, and then Krampus is, like, mimicking her voice later.
That's what I think.
That's how I get it, because
Yep.
she wasn't surviving.
I don't know if she's dead, but she's in the underworld. The grandma explains that there's like this underworld that
Yeah.
Krampus comes from or whatever.
So I do have a problem with this whole house. They're walking around the house and it's like, oh, they have like a flannel on or something or a sweater, and I'm like, it'd be fucking
so
freezing
cold.
in that house. They have one fireplace. That's it.
Mhm.
They'd be freezing. Also, they have a Hummer, and they're just now going to go out later that evening looking for the daughter.
Yeah,
They don't even know she's gone till the boy comes downstairs.
It was
Max.
daylight, yeah, and Adam Scott and the wife are just sitting there staring out a window. Like
Yeah.
3 hours later, they're like,
Hey, she was only supposed to be gone an hour.
"Yeah, should we?" Oh, she's probably fine. She's at Derek's. Maybe not though.
So they finally, Adam Scott and
I'd
Wham.
share
Chimp,
this.
Chimp Kind, yeah, he goes outside. They go outside and they're walking down the road.
You forgot to say that Omi warns them not to go out there
Oh yeah,
because she knows what's happening. Everyone, she should warn them, but she doesn't. Why does
No.
she keep it to herself?
I blame her for all this.
Yep, that old bitch.
So they go out. They find that something is broken through and into a vehicle, not out of it.
So they go into the house too.
Mm-hmm.
Derek's house.
They find
Yeah.
hooves. And he's
Ho-
like,
one hoof
one
print.
hoof print, and he's like, "What kind of animal would walk on its hind legs like that?"
An elk,
That's they say maybe it's an elk, but
a goat.
The
They-
chimney too. I'm sorry, if Krampus came down the chimney would be
destroyed.
destroyed.
He's way too wide for a
Yeah.
chimney.
Yeah.
You see like the small crack in the chimney, and you're like, whoa.
Meanwhile, back at the house, the fat old aunt is giving the kids liquor.
That was kind of funny.
Schnapps.
They've come to the conclusion that they're not going to tell the kids anything, and I'm like,
Yeah, there's this
Why
whole trying to
not?
hide everything from the kids.
yeah, just fucking tell them.
Because kids get scared real easy.
They should be at this point.
Yeah.
Should they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why? They don't know what's going on.
yeah, I know they don't, but
Because
they
Grandma.
should.
Oh, he didn't tell them.
Uh,
Yeah, I have Granny knows something.
We
Keep
get
the fire warm.
graboids coming through the ground at people
Oh, yeah.
from tremors.
Snow sharks.
Champ Kind gets bit here, but they get him out of there.
Whammy.
Yeah.
His
So-
leg gets fucked up,
Oh yeah, it does.
and that somehow walks on it later. Don't think that's happening. But
Then he gets nails in it. Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
the
bit later
gingerbread
than that, and
guy
he's still walking.
It's as retarded as it was when Evil Dead, the remake, did it.
Hollywood nail guns don't work like that. They just
Mm-mm.
fucking don't.
They don't.
now you have to be pressing against something.
Yeah.
For that simple fact that they don't want people shooting nails
Exactly.
at each other.
So at some point, gingerbread man comes down the chimney.
That's because the fire
So-
goes out.
Yeah.
Because they're all
Uh,
trying to catch some sleep.
The daughter's still out there for all they know. Would you let it go at that? Wouldn't you go back out?
Yeah, where do they think that Derek and the daughter went?
That's all I'm saying.
There's a blizzard all over the town.
I think it kind of looks like some sort of apocalyptic shit's going on out there.
That's
So-
fine,
Did you
but
really
are you
say
really
you
going to
wanted
let your
visit the
daughter...
mist?
Yeah, I did.
I want to break this bottle over your head.
What'd you say?
The mist.
It isn't the CGI animals that I want to see.
Watch
again.
it. Watch
It's-
The
it's
Mist
for
in
other things.
watch it in the black and white
and white.
version next.
I don't want to watch it in black and white.
Ah, man, it looks great.
So something comes down the chimney and grabs
it's like a
one of the
hook,
fat
like a
kids.
chain hook, and of course the fat little shit kid is like,
He goes and bites her because he's fat.
Yeah, and then
He
What
tries
comes
to
out-
eat that gingerbread. It comes alive, and then the hooks come down and start pulling.
yeah, they
him.
basically wrap him around and then pull
Yeah.
him up through the chimney.
And everyone wakes up trying to save him.
Because the Omi,
Omi,
whatever, it's spelled Omi.
Omi.
She basically says keep the fire hot, and Dave Keckner falls asleep on guard duty.
He loses his boy. He's supposed to be the
My boy.
coyote watching over the flock,
Yeah, that's what he
or
says.
shepherd watching over the flock.
I have Granny reminds me of Silent Bob. If you ever watch Jay and Silent Bob movies, Silent Bob doesn't say anything, and then all of a sudden he's got like this fucking 25-page long story to tell.
Yeah, because she tells her story of Krampus, and it's told through this, and they throw
Tim
out this
Burton-esque
weird
animation.
Yeah, this
Oh.
weird animation, whatever you want to call it, computer animated.
Yeah, I'm not sure
but
what it
I was just like, what is happening here? Like,
So weird.
It's out of place.
Yeah.
Um,
So there was no Santa, and there was a demon instead that she called by throwing her Santa doll in the fire. So the demon came.
again, people, I think this is
Krampus.
1945, the end of Nazi Germany, the winter, maybe December of 44,
Yeah,
right
the
before the end
entire
of the
crowd
war.
of people were fighting over one piece
Yeah,
of bread.
maybe Krampus came because you were involved with exterminating the Jews in Germany. How about that, Omi?
Oh, and they mentioned Jews earlier in the movie.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
This guy is anti.
So after
I like
Me?
not you.
Oh, I was like, I didn't say anything.
We get down with
I
Benny
think Omi,
Netanyahu.
I think Omi is anti-Semitic.
Can I get a beer?
Yeah.
So after she tells this story, Howard is like, "Oh, bullshit!
Yeah. He's like, you crazy
fucking
bitch.
got grabbed by it.
by
you
something
saw
in
it.
the ground.
It bit you. Are you fucking serious right now?
Uh,
Oh, it can't possibly be a monster. There's a logical explanation for something fucking grabbing me under the snow and biting me.
So we did have.
Fuck.
Could have
See,
been
I
a
wrote
Wolverine.
Very large.
I
Howard,
see that. Very
sorry.
upset.
Towards
Fucking
it.
bit you.
Well, soon we're gonna find out what those Christmas presents were. But at the beginning, there's a delivery guy drops a big sack in a red sack.
DHL drops a package off, and they're like, "Where'd this come from?" He's
Is
like,
DHL still a thing?
"Yeah."
Are they?
And he's like, "I don't know, it must have been those boys in brown."
But it's in a
Santa sack.
Santa sack. Did you bring this into your house?
I probably look to see.
When we get a package in the mail on the porch, and I go, Carly, do you know what this is? Nope. I'm like, I open it with extreme caution because I'm like, it's gonna blow up my face.
Poking it with a stick and
Yeah.
shit.
Rattle. I listen for ticking in it. That's just me.
I don't because I figure who the fuck wants to bomb me? Who's gonna go to the trouble of sending me a fucking bomb?
That's the scary thing. Randomness. You
Yeah,
just pick your
could be
name.
anybody.
Wouldn't you be trying to get like some other group's attention? I'm not affiliated with fucking jack shit.
Have you read your Facebook posts lately?
No, I just post them and don't read them.
You better watch yourself.
You're probably-
Guy down the,
my
guy
guess
down the
is
street.
you're
you
probably
podcast.
offending.
Does he listen to this?
I don't know, but
You better cut that. What are we talking about? He's already bugged the place.
that's true. There's shit all through this room.
He's got a camera on us.
Okay, so I have written down lots of snowmen. So at this point,
now
I
there's
like
more
the snowman though.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, they
These
look,
random snowmen showing up outside.
this kid is the fucking reason this is happening, isn't he?
The little boy?
I guess
Yeah,
later
because
he
he shredded
cops
snow.
up to it, but
Yeah, because he gets mad because his cousins read his Santa letter in front of everybody and made fun of it. And then it looks like he's going to send it out anyways, but then he rips it up and throws it out.
which causes Krampus to show up.
I guess so.
In CGI fashion.
I thought Krampus was just supposed to come after you've been bad all year.
I don't know. I guess there's more to it than that.
I don't know.
So now a bunch of small, tiny creatures are attacking everybody.
Well, they came out of the packages that were delivered earlier in the day.
Yep. And oh Jesus, I don't know. It gets a little bit crazy here. People are spread out all over the house.
Yeah, the two girls go to the bathroom together, but then they get attacked.
Some of them end up in the attic, and David Kirchner ends up in the kitchen.
Keckner.
Keckner, whatever. I'm just gonna keep calling him Champ Kind. It's easier
Go ahead.
for me. So he's in the kitchen. There's gingerbread men attacking him with a nail gun.
Shooting him with a nail gun. The girls get tricked. They think it's their cousin, the missing girl. They think she got back in the house somehow and are calling them. They go up to the attic. That's how they get up there.
Right.
A huge Jack-in-the-Box starts like eating them.
Swallows one of them.
With
yeah.
some doll with wings? Is it an angel? Is that what that thing is?
I don't know. But it tries to hang them on.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Chaos ensues here, people. Elves attack. They're more midgets in masks. The elves were...
Yeah.
They looked like more satanic creepiness than elves, but...
Yeah, I have like... let's see. The dog eats the gingerbread man, the last one. Everybody goes downstairs. The elves start coming in. Now, at some point, somebody hits a... somebody hits the top of the chimney, and it makes a cartoon dong sound. This happens a couple of times.
You said dog.
Yeah.
You let a cat in here.
I don't know what happened.
Is that the good cat?
It won't
There are no
bother
good
anybody.
cats.
Alright.
It was rubbing my leg. That bothers me.
Well, if that bothers you, it might bother you, but
There he goes
he
again.
doesn't bite anybody or anything like that.
What's up, cat? Well, hello.
At this point, I have written down 25 more minutes, question mark.
Where we at?
We kind of jumped ahead.
The elves are-
Just chaos in the attic
The elves come
ensues.
in, then they let everybody live, and they just...
Did you already talk about the Jack-in-the-Box and them
Yeah.
axing?
Yeah.
Where
You
that
want a
one
beer?
mom becomes a badass with an axe for like 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, you want a beer?
But she tries to think of the perfect thing to say
Cat
before
wants a
she
beer.
kills the Jack-in-the-Box, and because of that, it gets away. So,
You gotta have your one-liner ready.
yeah. So, at some point, the elves leave, and then Granny locks everybody out because Krampus comes in.
Doing. Just jump.
Omi is gonna battle Krampus.
She doesn't really
What? She
battle
doesn't
it,
do
she just
anything.
stands
No,
there.
she
She
just
dies.
You think she's gonna sacrifice for the family, but
Yeah.
She doesn't.
nothing comes out. What do you want from
It
me?
licked her, and then a bunch of toys attacked her.
That was real
What are you
weird.
doing?
Why does this guy lick people?
I don't know. That didn't make any sense.
What a perv.
And he had a bag full of toys. So they're all outside, and now everybody's just getting picked off, one by one. I don't even have
The
written down
parents start
order of it.
sacrificing themselves.
Yeah.
The kids are in the snowplow truck.
That's what they were going for.
Because
Right?
what's that?
Snowplow.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because
they thought they could drive it out of there.
Yeah, they found the snowplow earlier in the day.
So he just starts picking them all off, pulling them into the snow and everything, and then he takes all the kids except for Max.
And the girl.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, "Take me instead." So he's like, "I'll just drop everybody into this fucking pit of
Where did
fire
this-
and-
Yeah, that was
Just
weird
a
with,
call-
with this earth opening up and molten lava. Like, okay.
So now we have that it was a dream because he wakes up, right?
Yes.
The next
least that's what
morning.
I
He falls.
thought.
He falls into this pit of lava, basically, like a hole in the earth opened up, and then he wakes up in his bed, covers on. He goes downstairs, and his family's there opening up gifts. They're waiting for him.
Right. The one kid gets brass knuckles, which, what the fuck?
It's kind of fun. And then what happens, John?
And then we get a Cemetery Man ending because everybody is in a snow globe.
Well, this family is in a snow
I'm
globe.
very confused.
With many
At
families.
first,
Yeah.
I was like, did they all remember it? And I thought maybe it was sort of like a Donnie Darko.
That's what it
ending.
looked like. They all remembered it because they were all like
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at
it
each
was
other
like
like,
this,
oh, that
uh,
ornament.
Yeah.
It was just like this negativity amongst everybody in the house where they're being bombarded with at least voice recordings of all the negativity that they had
Right.
at
Maybe
the
that's
beginning
why
of the
they're all
movie.
looking around.
Uh,
I thought it was just like the movie reminding the audience, but it might be they're actually
I don't
hearing
know what, but and then they're in they're just snow globe people, and Krampus puts a snow globe on a shelf with
But
a bunch
there's
of other
so many other snow
Yeah,
globes. So
because Krampus is just getting these families apparently.
I guess. Yeah, that's fine.
That was kind of a quick.
It only took us 34 minutes. That's not bad.
This is there's not a whole lot. The daughter goes missing. They go
Yeah.
after her. They get attacked by the
Christmas
stuff,
decorations, and
then Krampus drops him in a hole.
All right, Cobra, why don't you tell us how you feel?
3 out of 10. This movie was a little boring. It didn't bring much with horror. The comedy was,
Yeah.
Everything looked fake. The snow looked fake. The houses looked fake. A lot of CG. Krampus was a mask face. It didn't really move. He had a tongue that came out every so often and licked people. The Jack in the Box was probably the best part. It was giant.
Had this giant body.
Yeah, it looked like a sandworm almost from Beetlejuice. But the snowmen were kind of creepy too. The first day there was one, and more kept showing up. But it just wasn't my kind of Christmas movie. So for that, it gets a 3. There was no good music with it either.
No, it was just all
I don't
Christmas
even remember
music.
the music.
They would play it every now and then, just randomly. All right, Ben.
I obviously like it better than Cobra did. I'd probably give it a 5.5. I'm a half person here. I like to throw the halvesies in. 5.5, possibly a 6. Once you realize what it is, if you understand this isn't a typical horror film, I don't know. I think it ranks up there with a Gremlins, that type of movie. There's nothing scary about it. There's a couple creepy things, like you said, the snowmen when they start surrounding the house, the Jack in the Box, the bear looked terrible, the gingerbread men army, whatever you want to call them. The elves were kind of creepy, but at the same time, I would have done something totally different if you're gonna have elves.
At least they weren't CGI. I mean,
yeah, the acting is good. I mean, these are professional actors. Some I think even won Oscars. I think what's her face, the mom.
she's excellent.
Yeah, it's well shot. It had a budget. I didn't have as much of a problem with pacing. I guess this Cobra did. You seem to think it was just dragging.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole much to it.
But
then again, I did watch it with I recorded it on FX because it was on one day before Christmas. I had seen it once before, but yeah, I watched it on FX. But they did use a bunch of the swear words.
They dropped their use of fuck for a PG-13 movie. They had 1.
Is that where the guy whammied, or the dog, the gingerbread man was coming at him and he shot it?
He didn't say fuck then. It was somebody just randomly said it for no reason.
I don't remember.
It was completely innocuous. But I noticed it because I knew it was PG-13.
I feel like
I got a shitter.
I feel like Adam Scott said it when his in-laws get there.
That could
Fuck!
be. Yeah.
But I feel like the first 20 minutes, it just seemed like this was going to be like a Christmas Vacation, just a dysfunctional holiday movie comedy where they're family, so they have to get together, but they have nothing in common. I almost would rather watch that movie, but the ending really pissed me off. The snow globe. I was really what the fuck? Because I was enjoying, I was like, when the daughter gets picked off, I was like, oh shit, they're picking people off quick, and they're actually killing them. They're disappearing.
They kill a kid in a movie immediately.
Yeah, I like that.
Except they don't die.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you're going into this looking for
balls to the wall horror,
no.
If
Just
you're
look
looking
at that.
for, not even balls to the wall. If you're looking for any horror,
yeah.
Just look at that PG-13 rating and go, oh, okay, I'm going to stay away from that. But I could kind of like Gremlins. I could see me watching this once a year because I know what it is. But if it would have been an R rating, I would like to, kind of like Gremlins, I would love to see what if nobody else was telling Joe Dante that no, we need a PG-13 rating, and this is for smaller kids and family, so you have to not make it as dark. I would love to see that Gremlins of what he really wanted, and with Krampus, I would like to see what they could have done with an R rating.
Yeah, a dark demon Santa, you can do so much with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Krampus is supposed to be just mean, and this just, I don't know. It almost seemed like I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Snow globe at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you a lesson
about being nice.
And that ending really made me mad. So, John, what'd you think?
I gave it a 4. I think as a holiday movie, it could be ranked a little bit better if you're showing it with kids, because I don't think there's anything in here that would really affect kids too bad.
Maybe the Jack in the Box, but you'd be
Maybe,
like, well,
but
clearly that's not real, and that's not in real life.
It's a sort of a child-centric kind of horror movie, one that you would start them out on, I guess. If you wanted,
PG-13.
you can make a horrific PG-13 horror movie if you want. I don't know that they wanted to do that with this. I get the feeling they didn't. Maybe the first idea of Krampus when this was first pitched before it became 7 movies
It's kind of like Gremlins.
was kind of like Gremlins, but Joe Dante's Gremlins, where things are really terrifying.
Yeah.
This thing has the potential to be really scary, but they added comedic actors to a sort of comedic script, but not really. And I don't think at any point they got what they wanted. Anybody got what they wanted. So yeah, I mean it's watchable, and it's like you said, well acted, well lit, well shot, well edited. The script is okay, except for the end. I don't like the end, which is surprising coming from me, I guess. But yeah, I mean, watch it if you want something new for Christmas, but I wouldn't recommend it as a horror movie. So 4 out of 10. And that's it.
Also, I think we're the only podcast that, like, 3 years we're going to wait to review Krampus. I remember when this movie came out.
Everybody's going to be like, what the fuck?
I remember when this movie came out and everybody was, like,
yeah,
going to the theaters to see that. I think it was
there was a
pretty
huge
successful.
amount of hype behind it.
Yeah, it was.
And I still don't know why.
Sure, it was really
why.
successful, but
yeah, we got it on Netflix.
I
when
really
it came
question, probably 90% of the time when a movie gets a lot of backing behind it and I see it, I wonder where it came from.
You were talking about earlier how many Krampus movies came out after this, and I probably would have maybe made a little extra effort to watch it back in 2015 had I not. I didn't go to the theaters, and then I think something Krampus showed up on Hulu, and I was like, oh, Krampus, and I started watching it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I realized how many Krampus movies, and then that kind of made me mad, and I think that's why I put off watching this.
Somebody got me a Krampus DVD for Christmas. I think
Wrong one.
Last year, and it was like some fucking sci-fi-ish movie.
Yeah.
So
about 10 of those.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting, horrorcastings@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at horrorcasting. We're on Podbean. We're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. And all right,
Thrill me.